Okay, Helldivers, we are back. We have got loads to go over today. Some interesting pointers and some clear-ups that we need to do to tidy up the rumours. We have got the PlayStation 5 Pro update that we were talking about just yesterday, and actually it's been there the entire time, apparently. We're going to take a look into that, as well as some rumours about nuclear weapons allegedly coming out today. We are going to debunk that one for you as well, and it appears that Arrowhead are wanting to keep things under wraps. Maybe we've got something bigger coming than we thought. With that being said, though, we're going to dive into everything that we've got happening today. If you haven't already, smash that beautiful blue thumbs up and subscribe with post notifications turned on. It'd be greatly appreciated. And make sure you check out our partners, Instant Gaming, the platform where you can buy your video games cheaper for PC and consoles with the best deals, offers, promotions, and discounts, all running up to 70% off. They've got some amazing deals at the moment, so the link's in the description. Click it and go and get your games a bit cheaper today. With that being said, let's dive into the game and see what it is that's happening right now. Now, really quickly before we get involved with the video, we are obviously just about an hour at the point of upload to the end of this major order, and we now have a new dispatch notice stating that voluntary extended work hours by patriotic factory workers has produced a surplus of materials, allowing for temporary commando usage fleet-wide. So enjoy your commandos. It's a really good weapon and definitely worth using, and if you're not generally using it or haven't used it yet, well, you've got the opportunity now to go and have some fun with the commando. One of my favorite weapons, so enjoy. Let's just dive into the rest of the video. So, just to clear this up really quickly, because I'm extremely confused, the PlayStation 5 managed to come out on November 7th. That's correct. We actually managed to obtain it mid-November last year, and we've all been asking for that PlayStation 5 Pro update to give it that little bit more pizzazz inside of Helldivers. Well, apparently, according to B Vitamin, there was an update for it released on October 29th to increase the resolution of quality mode to 4K and performance to 1440p. But if there's anything else coming, I wouldn't know. Now, it doesn't take a genius to figure out that the dates, the way that they corroborate, is that actually the game had its update before the PS5 Pro had actually come out. So the entire time we've been asking for it, apparently we've got our native 4K and the 1440p has already been in there. So I don't know what that's all about or how the hell that works, but yeah, enjoy. A really weird one, but anywho, we're moving forward as there seems to be rumors are circling around the internet right now with regards to nuclear weapons being confirmed for release today. I don't really understand where that's come out. Apparently there was an announcement that was then deleted by a quote-unquote Ash. No idea what that's all about, but irrelevant to it, it seems that Shams Georgiani, after seeing the conversations unravel inside of Discord, popped up with one message that he hasn't messaged in after a few days, and he just states right here, "Stay vigilant, citizens, don't believe automaton lies." Now, obviously, this is going to be a difficult venture. Once we get through the end of today, we'll know whether it was true or not, but irrelevant to it, sometimes the Arrowhead people do manage to come in and throw a little spanner in the works and act as if something isn't actually happening. Although nuclear weapons just randomly, sporadically popping up on a random Thursday doesn't seem to happen all that often, so I would state that the likelihood of seeing anything like that is probably pretty slim. Although the likelihood is if this is coming, it's probably going to come up as soon as I've uploaded this video, as that seems to be a tendency here on the channel. Nonetheless, though, we are going to take a look inside of the game files, or at least attempt to, because it seems that Arrowhead are watching videos left, right, and center and seeing that we're keeping an eye on the branches inside of the Steam DB, which is essentially all of the files that they are playing around with, changing, and which is where we found out that pineapple soup is delicious. Yeah, if you know, you know. But irrelevant to it, they've now prevented you being able to see that, and they've allocated everything to a private file branch. Now, this is really, really interesting because it genuinely means that there is probably a lot more happening inside of the works. We obviously knew that the Illuminate were being played and tested before the Illuminate actually arrived, and we now know that there's an audio testing that's being worked on, as well as a few other files that have been fixtured the last few days, and now it's all been hidden. So yeah, no more branches to be able to find out what's going on in the back end, as there is just a public file, and then inside of that public file is, but not very much at all, actually. Not very much at all. So that is a shame, but we are now going to have to actually wait for when these random things do drop. I think it's hilarious that they are watching and that they see what we see, and then they just kind of like combat it massively. So unfortunately, going over to the Steam DB is going to be for nothing more than to find out how many people are playing the game, which at the moment, especially like on a Thursday morning, which at the point of recording is at about 20 23,000 just on Steam alone. It's a bit of a weird consensus. The numbers do seem to be depleting a little bit at the moment, so hopefully we'll get a storyline progression, especially with the Illuminate, as it seems to be where people are wanting to play just recently. But irrelevant, there has been some changes to the Helldivers 2 known issues listing, and there was one big one that we want to talk about because my oh my, this has opened up a whole new can of worms. As you can see right here inside of the new issues, you can see that they added a line of text for opening the text chat when inside a vehicle or emplacement will cause the Helldiver to use their primary weapon instead of the vehicle weapons. Now, this has been working with the mechs. The mechs seem to be the biggest feature for this because people have been taking the crisper or other weapons and forward into the mechs and utilizing the flamethrower ability on side of the mech. It's absolutely hilarious, but all this confirms is that we definitely want a mech with a flamethrower attached. I mean, I'm not being funny, but if a Hulk can have that in its midst, then why the hell can we not have one on side of a mech? I think that it's definitely needed. And for me, preferably, I don't just want a pyro mech. What I want is a customizable one where I can switch the weapons in and out. That's just me being nitpicky, but nonetheless, that is apparently something that is in the game. So if you guys want to play around with that one for now, the likelihood is they're not going to be fixing that one for at least a week, so you can jump into your mech and go and enjoy a flamethrower movement just by jumping in, opening the text chat, typing in something random, and enjoying it for the foreseeable. So enjoy that one and have some fun. Now, we are all about making sure that we push in the humble points inside of the community and really rallying a loss like Helldivers generally do. And we saw this extremely sad post, and I had to post this one up here because actually the response that it received is probably the most humbling thing that I've seen on the internet as of late. But this one right here states, "A salute for a fallen Helldive. Hi everyone, today my stepdad died from a sudden fall. He absolutely loved playing Helldivers and begged me for months and months to buy it so we could play. He always said for democracy when we asked him why he played it. When I got it this December, he was beyond happy and we played the hell out of it tonight. Tonight we played Helldivers until about 1 AM. Then he said he was getting off to go to bed. The last thing we did was play together, was play his favorite game. Can anyone give my stepdad, Don, one last salute, please?" Now, this is not only probably one of the most saddening messages I've seen to date, but it was actually incredible to see how you guys rally around behind him. I think the reason for this part of the video is solely just to push the narrative and show you guys exactly what it is that Helldivers are genuinely all about. There are always some skeptics in there stating that these messages are fake or whatever, but irrelevant to it, majority of the Helldivers community generally do rally as one giant community, and I think that that's why I enjoy everything that you guys do so much, because what you're seeing on screen and all of the salutes and the gifts and so much more really just pushes into a cycle of what it is that we're able to do as a community inside of Helldivers. So no matter what it is that you read on the internet, guys, just make sure that we stick together and we do what we do best. We fight for managed democracy. But moving into your top comments right now, there seems to be some interesting concepts with regards to the super credits quote-unquote problem and the way that people actually view it, as well as someone wanting a specific war bond, which is quite interesting. This one right here states, "I would actually love a CAF war bond where you get the armor for the regular troopers. I think it would be funny. It's like you got swept up with the Helldivers and have no idea what's going on." Now, not only is that completely a bad idea, but it would be hilarious to see on side of the battlefield. I can't imagine this is something that they're going to do, mainly because of the way that Helldivers lore actually works, and CF troopers versus Helldivers movement seems to be a really, really steep split when it comes to who is what and what is going on. So I can't imagine that's ever going to happen, although there could be some concept basis of a war bond where we actually get the CF troopers inside of the war bond and have sort of like the colorization of what it is that the CF troopers would obtain. I think it could be quite an interesting one, but nonetheless, I want to know your ideas for new war bonds in the comment section below. It'd be extremely, extremely interesting. This next one right here states, "Honestly, the people who complain about super credits are the problem. War bonds mixed with super credits you earn in-game are like $5 each." And this is exactly what we were getting at. I think that actually Arrowhead as a company do need to make that income. I think that people expecting to pay a one payment price of $40 and never have to pay anything again is a little bit ridiculous and obscene, to be completely honest. How you expect your favorite game to survive with no funding is like expecting your body to be able to operate without blood being pumped around the system. It just doesn't seem to work. But anywho, this next one is about the Gambit, as we have had some really, really interesting choices of players working inside of this game at the moment. It is hilarious to see that they were quite literally given a full dispatch notice with regards to this and still didn't manage to make Heath a planet. Somebody states right here, Gambit, go here if you want to win. Players, don't worry, if we keep bashing our head against a brick wall, we will win. Joel, I'm going on vacation. Hilarious, hilarious statement, and one that I just will not forget. This one was so damn funny, and it should have got so many more likes, but it is completely true. I don't know how you can actually point this one out any further towards the player base. They kind of need to be able to just like read some words, but anywho, bit of a weird one. Nonetheless, that's all we got happening today, though. If you haven't already, make sure you smash that beautiful like button, subscribe, post notifications turned on, and hopefully we'll have a new major order by the time we get the next video up in the morning. Until then, we've got a live stream coming up to see what happens when we complete this one, and we'll see you guys in the clouds.